Hi, my name's Lost Ninja. You're watching Lost Ninja Plays Eskatologist Modpack 3.2.6. This is episode 32 of Series 2. I'm slightly more than 10 minutes into episode 32, and I only just realised that I haven't got my microphone switched on. So you've missed some, but not a lot. Basically, between episodes, I've done a fair amount of building. I'll go upstairs and just show you. I've finished off this room to its full length, size, whatever. I haven't done anything about deciding whether I'm going to turn this room black or this room white, or even turn this room into a single colour. I haven't decided yet. I've dug out the foundations for the remaining 5 rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that one, obviously. Downstairs, which is where we left off last time, I haven't quite finished putting all of the wall, you know, like putting this bit back in and putting uprights and stuff in, and I haven't finished digging into these rooms, although the foundations are dug. I dug them before I put these walls in, but yeah, they're not quite all connected together. Well, they're not all quite connected together again. I moved and expanded my Tinker's Construct smeltery because I was getting a bit, well, not fed up, but just having to go outside to smelt stuff up. I'm in the process of making more so I can finish it off, although I think I might have overdone that slightly. It's not going to get connected up until I've got the inventory system working, because I'm going to actually pipe the fluids out into... So as soon as they melt, they'll get piped out into storage blocks, liquid storage blocks, and then be piped, you know, then cast from those, rather than having you pulling out and casting it at the same time, because that's always the point where you end up having fluid being pumped out into. So if you try and make it faster, you pump the fluid out into, say, 3 different casting tables, and you always end up with one ingot spread between 3 tables. I haven't found a way of doing it otherwise, but doing it the way that I plan on doing it, you'll be able to do that. And I'm going to, for the foreseeable future, I'm going to retain that system for making or, you know, refining my ore. I wasn't going to do this, so I've changed my mind. What I wasn't going to do was... I wasn't going to... Where the hell's my cat gone now? Oh, it's up there, that's alright then. The original plan was to just have it this high. But it makes more sense to do it that high, doesn't it, really? The only other thing I want to do is I want to go through this wall here and make sure that there is nothing there. So basically there's a light there, so that I'm not going to have things spawning in that corner, which I have had in the past. I might also want to do something down the bottom of it with one of these spare tanks to make it so things aren't going to spawn in the bottom of the thing. I'm not certain they still can, but for a while certainly they used to be able to. So yeah, I don't know about that. And obviously I want to do this floor properly as well. But what we should do is, if we put a torch there, and that there, and then fill that back in. I normally do it with a window, but as I've got a spare tank, it makes sense to use a tank, doesn't it, really? Right. Yeah, so that all works out quite well. It's quite neat, isn't it? Maybe not perfectly neat, but we've got enough blocks to do up here. Or we will have enough blocks if we convert all of these. Although I think what I'll do is I'll convert what I need rather than everything. I need what? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's great. Yeah, that looks a lot neater. Well, we can, once we've got the XNet system running, we'll be able to pipe the lava into it, fluids out of it. Although the fluids are going to go into our inventory system, so I'm not certain if I'm going to pipe them out with the XNet or whether I'll pipe them out with the inventory system. Probably with the inventory system directly. Okay. These have all had time to cook up, so I've now got lots of processors to use. I want, I don't know, not a whole stack anyway, but some of that. Some of that. I haven't gone and done the mining I said I was going to go and do. Mostly because I haven't had time. Yeah, I think... Oh no. I don't know how you make them. Oh no, it's that. That's what I made. The same mistake last time. It's that I want to make. And that. I probably need less than that in all, but I might as well get them all if you see what I mean. The problem, the song I have this stuck in my head this morning is something like "Try a Little Harder," and it's the I don't know what the actual title of the song is, but it's the charity single released by the All Blacks for something Batten's, infantile Batten's disease or something. I forget precisely what, but it's something like that. Yeah. So, and I don't know why, but it stuck in my head this morning. I think I sing them in my sleep, so when I wake up, they're sort of there. Either that, or that I tune into a radio in my head. One or the other. Yeah, so basically what I want to do now is how much... Oh, is that doggy in the window? No. We need some smooth stone, which I've just put all away, haven't I? No, with the... I filled some of the holes in with... some of the holes I dug, I filled in with... the holes I dug, I filled in with cobblestone, and the remaining holes... I don't need that many torches in there, certainly. Right, the remaining holes I filled in with... the stuff I was mining at the time, so the limestone and stuff. But basically, with the amount of various different materials I dug out, I actually had enough, pretty much enough smooth stone using the diamond pick I had. What's that one? To actually build all of the new stuff without actually getting much out of the inventory. Bear in mind, I can pretty much losslessly take those three and turn them into that one. So yeah, I mean it's not been perfectly finished, but yeah, it's getting there. Right, so let's have a look at refined storage. Basically, came out of having. Oh, I need more quartz iron. Applied Energistics. I forget which version of Minecraft it was, but at some point it didn't get updated as quickly as whoever wrote Applied Energistics decided he wanted it done, I suppose. I'm going to need a crafting bench. In fact, I have a feeling I might need two. Let's make two. Now, the real issue is you don't make these, the crafting benches, you don't make them in in a crafting bench, you've got to make them in the solderer. So if we place that in, and I think it's that, but I'm not actually going to do both of them. Oh, hang on, I don't know what it's doing there. That's what I was expecting to work, to be honest. Don't know what was happening then. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting to see, which gets me a crafting grid. I don't know. That recipe I put in, that recipe doesn't have. Well, see what it produces, I suppose. It did produce a crafting grid. How weird. But when I put it in as it's supposed to, with that's not a recipe. That is really strange. Right, so I will. Well, I've got a crafting grid. That's what I wanted, really. Right, the next thing to make is, I don't know if I make it in here at all, the next thing I want to make is an external storage. This is the most important block I can make. Missing a chest and, what was the other thing? Oh, and cable. I should have some cable. Cable is there, and chests are there. I might, two of them maybe? No, not that one. One, no, not one. One there and one there. This is the most important block because it will link this system into this storage system, and I'm going to do that because two reasons really. One, it makes the system work a lot better, I think, if you don't clutter it up with all the bulk storage stuff. And the only thing you've really got to remember is make sure it's always the highest priority. So I just do something like that. So now, if we want to craft anything from in there, we've got that opportunity to do so. There's all the stuff we're storing. The next thing to make would be the various drives I want to make. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another one of these external storage things. Quartz enriched iron can go back out, and then I'm going to put all of these into this box. Eventually this box will get removed and just be stored in the system, but for now it makes auto crafting is going to be a bit easier. Because I can craft directly rather than having to just do that. Pardon me. Alrighty. So, I want to make 2 16K storage blocks. Which means I need... Well, for each one of those, I need 3 of these. And for each one of those, I need 3 of those. So that's, what, 27 of these? I haven't got any silicon. Oh, no, I haven't got any silicon accessible. I've got that silicon. Which means I'm going to make some silicon, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 1 of the 16K ones. In fact, I think I'm just going to go straight for the 16K rather than try to make... 1, 2, 3... Strange, actually. You've got to make 4. Oh yeah. No, that's not too bad, is it? I was thinking you've got to make 3 8Ks, is what I was actually thinking. Right, so we've got one of those, and then we want to make a 16K storage disk. Hopefully we have enough resources to do that. Yes, we do. Well, now what we need to do is just grab everything out of these boxes. I'm not. Yeah, for now we'll do it that way. Let's tuck everything else out of sight so we can just do it quickly. Those bees don't belong in here, but so bees belong in there. That belongs in there. That belongs in there. Those two. Oh no, maybe not. Yeah, I think that belongs in there as well. They belong in there. Right. Well, eventually I'm going to have an import bus, but the problem with the import bus is it's drastically slowed down by the fact. Well, should rephrase that. It is drastically slow. I want rid of those. They lose their contents sometimes for no obvious reason. I keep meaning to delete them and not. Well, I don't really want to delete them because I mean I made them legitimately and they cost cash to do so. But at the same time, yeah, I'd forgotten about that. What I want to do is make priority on this a bit higher. So it will go in. Prefer to go into there than into there, and then take everything out of here anyway. Well, one of the things I sometimes do is actually I have 2 systems. So I'll have a system, or more than 2 systems. I'll have one of these systems that just handles, say, enchanted books, and it connects to. So I'll actually then connect the 2 systems together by using an external storage bus. To be fair, I don't do that very often, but I have been known to do it. I'm not known for it, but I have known to do it, yes. Well, sometimes you need a dedicated system, because doing it with the non-dedicated system like this, you often end up with a situation where you've got essentially it's stuff in here that you're never going to use for crafting, but you might want near an anvil so that you can use it for making enchantments. I have been known to do it in the past for the right, I want that so I can make some more another 16k storage. If I'm going deeply into Tinker's Construct, I'll have a system that I can use to store Tinker's Construct parts. I'm still debating whether to use industrial craft. I can't say it's a mod I particularly enjoy using mostly. Right. So let's get 9 of those again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it's one of the things I do. If I have a system where I actually teach to make these, I always teach them to make these and the storage bit itself, this thing, storage housing, and then connect the two together. It does mean that in later parts of the game where you've got maybe 2 of these disk drives or 3 of these disk drives, you can take all your 16Ks out, shell them so they take all the they've only got the chip and the housing, combine 3 of the chips together to get the 64K. I don't know. I just think it's a better system, I suppose. Right, let's get an axe out and break all these boxes. What we don't need no longer. Generally speaking, I will keep one of those. I know I wanted a second crafting bench because we want to make one of those, which requires a crafting bench. We haven't got a furnace, and more to the point, why do you need a furnace to make processing pattern encoder? Oh well, doesn't matter. Just surprises me as well. So yeah, that can go in there. Or dictate everything, obviously. I do want a pattern grid, which is that one. So it's a pattern, possibly an advanced processor, possibly not, and a grid. Pattern. What was the middle bit of a pattern? Oh, glass. Right, I will have to go and make some. I'll have to go and find some sand because I'm a bit. I've only got 16 sand left, which isn't good really. So what was the other thing? I want a crafting. I want to change it to ID. Always have it on ID if I remember, because it's in roughly the same order that you have this in. I can't see the crafting bench I made there. I would think probably because when I had that, it oh no, Crafting bench. I would have thought I would be able to see a crafting. Oh. No, apparently not. Strange. Strange. Very strange. Okay. I need a grid as well, don't I? Grid. We'll get a processor even if we probably don't need it. Well, to be honest, this recipe is unlikely to be added to the system because it's not something I need very often. Ah. Not one of those though, is it? It's one of those. That would make another crafting grid, which is not what I'm trying to make. Yeah, so I think we're doing quite well now. Took me a bit while to get started. Oh, I love that stuff. Pink grapefruit juice. I love grapefruit juice in general. It just happens to be the pink variety. Okay, now I can start making crafting recipes, which is always useful to be able to make. Although I haven't actually got any crafters to craft with. I need lots of these. But we'll start with 10. And we also want a whole load of import buses. Importer. We'll start with 7 of those. Don't think I need an export bus yet, although that will come. Let's put all that away. Oh, the other thing I need is one of those. Well, I have a wrench, but I'm not certain if it works. I know that one works. Right, so basically what we want to do is it's going to import the stuff I'm... Oh no. I always forget that you've got to shift right click it rather than just right clicking it, which is annoying, but neither here nor there, I think. Okay, and that. Yep. Also want to put these in somewhere. We've got only 4 left. I think for now I'm going to have them upstairs. I need to be in a better position resource-wise before I make a lot more. I'll put them there for now. 2, 3, 4. Right, let's grab one of those. Have we got any? We should have some wood. Oh, what is that anyway? Dark oak, doesn't matter then. Spruce wood planks is fine. Basically, I'm just going to go through and pardon me. Okay. Ooh, I can make rods with it. I didn't know that. Granite. Diorite. The sort of thing, I would like to be able to just automatically craft these, because I never use them. Andesite. But it's probably not worthwhile. Doesn't craft worth a damn, this. Right, I've still got one of those. Right, well, that's fine. We'll just do that. Okay, the reason I fished those 2 bits of stone wood out is because I want to make a basic pattern for that, which I use quite a lot. I also want to have a basic pattern for that. I want to have a pattern for the 1K part. Oh, I'm in the wrong box again, aren't I? Dolt. Right, so get a pattern for the 1K, a pattern for the 4K, a pattern for the 16K. Not going to bother doing a pattern for the 64K. I'm not going to use that anytime soon. I do want to have up to, well, I'd like the 512, but that's a bit expensive. So what we'll do is we'll go with, oh, well, I need a bucket pattern. Tell you what else the other pattern we could do with is, certainly for now, the rest of the, I think I'm just going to go with the 256 pattern for now. I would like to go to the 64, as I say, but it's not urgent. And okay, there any? Oh yes, I want to be able to make. Is that a pattern? Yeah, it's a pattern. I've done it again. I don't want to do that pattern. I want to do that pattern. Thank you. Okay, so that's that one. Speed is downstairs. Stack is upstairs. You need speed to make it. So and that, I think, oh, I suppose having a pattern for the importer, the exporter, those are the 2 I use most. I was just thinking when I said the exporter, I'll do a pattern for that as well, but I can't think what it was. Crafter. Yeah, that would be a good one to have. I know what I was going to do. I want a pattern for the destruction core and the construction core. Yeah. Right, now let's grab all of those patterns out of there, put them in there. And now let's do the more annoying ones. So we want a pattern for that. I don't know what the blocking option is. I really ought to look it up. It's probably something really useful. But I don't know. Right, I need one for speed. Speed. It's the only one I really need to craft down there on a regular basis. Oh, there was one other one I wanted to put in. Security card, no. It'll come to me. Yeah, I am regretting having my base like this. But not a lot. Well, what I really want is to be able to share these patterns out. So for sake of argument, I've got one of these in each one of those, which is fine. I want that one to be in all of them as well. So any that aren't actually being used for making these bits can make those bits. So for sake of argument, while it's making up the actual, the basic processor parts, these ones. Sorry, no, these ones. What do they call them? Printed improved processors and printed advanced processor and stuff. Yeah, when it's crafting those up, it will be in these ones, crafting up these ones. I'm actually going to put it in there because that's the one no, not that one. That one, because it's the one I will make least of. I know what the other thing I wanted to make a pattern for is I need to make a pattern for sugar. Oh, I know. I also need. I want a pattern for patterns. And then I'm really going to have to go mining, I think. Well, digging. That's a pattern for pattern, yeah. And I want one for sugar. Sucrose. Sucrose garlic. Right, I just want to get rid of the doors because they're bunging the place up and don't need them. Can you see sugar? Yeah, we can. Oh, you can't do that, can you? That would be really neat if you could place the end result and it would just give you the recipe there. Oh, well. Speed upgrade, there we go. What drop say? Yeah, I've got so much of that stuff, it doesn't really matter about that. Okay, so that is pattern and that one. Just get rid of those two like so. What is that one? Importer. Ah, yes, I want an importer because if we look around here... Oh, I can't get through that wall. Bugger. Should be able to get through that wall. I haven't actually set it up properly yet. I haven't finished down here really. I'm sort of working my way through to it. At the moment, you see, we've still got power going across there. So, right. So if you look here, we've got we haven't. Bugger. Right. If we look here, yeah, we're going to have I don't know. I'll have to think about that. I do want another import, and I know what I want it for as well, but I'm not altogether certain how I'm going to integrate it. Basically, what I want to do is have a chest that eventually will be a ender storage chest, which will have the import into the system from connected things, so that the XNet system will connect to it at some point. Things in remote locations will connect to it at some point. So just not altogether certain where it's going to be. Yet. I'll get there eventually. Okay, so let's put all that stuff down. I will put that down as well for now. That can go in there, but we'll take that out and leave it out for now. We will probably end up using that in the end. We've got armour on. I'm going to have to go digging for... Well, I need more quartz, and I need more sand. In fact, I need more sand quite desperately, because I am very low on the stuff. Probably don't need that underwater. Probably don't need that underwater. Probably don't need that underwater. And I can't see my squid. Where are you hiding, squid? Okay, one squid. I'm not certain if I do know where any. Oh yeah, I've as I said in the last episode, I needed to change fluid mode. Control M. Change mode. M. I'll have to work out what they're conflicting with. Extra utility search for items. I don't know what that is. We'll get rid of that. FTB mods. I'm not using that. Oh yes, I am using that one, aren't I? F11. Although they might have all been removed as well. I don't know. I haven't tried them. I don't know what the NPM 1 to 5 are, or camera is. Journey map. There we go. Full screen map should be on X. Zoom in. Should be page up and page down. And I don't bother with those two. And backslash is right where it should be. Oh no, is it? Minimap preset should be... no, it's not. Comma. It is comma, yes, definitely. Bomb. Or excavation is where it should be. Quark keybinds, I don't use anything but auto jump. RF tools, I don't know anything about those. Grid search bar focus, not certain what that is. Oh, yes I am. Yeah, I do know about that one. I'm gonna... I think I'm gonna try it on space and see if that works. No, it won't work because it will focus it when I press space, won't it? I need it for a key that isn't in my normal things I press. Yes. Well, yeah. Not overly happy with Walia at the moment. Previously viewed recipes fine. Okay, so that should all work. I'll tell you one thing I would like to do, see if I can get that working yet. No, it doesn't work. Right. So, let's grab, put that away, get those three out. Make sure they auto insert sort of thing. Oh, that was it. I was going to do... I could go over here. Yes, I've got the... Just have a look to see if they are still there. That's alright then. I could go over there, because there's lots of sand over there, and I could go over here or over here. Am I going to bother? Would not just easier to get it out from under the sea? Except I've got no sea unless I go all the way over here. By which point I've gone all the way across that anyway, so... Thing is, I'm almost certainly going to want more sand than I'm going to easily get here, so I'm just thinking it might be easier to go over there anyway, even though I can get sand here, if you see what I mean. And if I go over there, I don't have to think about it floating. I suppose what it will come down to is how much I get easily here. Some nice wet steak. I'm quite happy to lose all but one of those shovels, so that's not an issue at all. I'd quite like a magnet, yeah. I haven't got one. So, not a lot I can do about it, really. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Needless to say, one down. I suppose really ought to get that iron as well. Need switching weapons. Switching tools. I don't need copper. One of the few things I really, really do not need anymore. I've got like 800 blocks of ore, and I haven't used any yet, pretty much. Not to say I'll never use it, it's just I haven't used any yet. I suppose there are worse songs to have stuck in your head. How are we doing for time? 47 minutes. How are we doing for sand? Probably more the crucial question. Let's have a look. We have got... Oh, I think we might have enough sand now. Alright, so let's go home. And it's not like we can't get more if we really need it. Oh, hang on, have we got any dirt in there? We should have some in one of them. We'll fill these holes in while we're out here with dirt in our hand. Okay. Right, stuff out to repair. To take those out for now, largely because I want to put them into. I don't want to put them into there. I want to get to a point where have got all of the enchantments off all of these various different bits of equipment. Because they're not supposed to be there, basically. I'll put them in there for now. I don't know, I lost the hammer somewhere, but I don't know where I lost the hammer. I have a feeling it was lost when I lost a bag. Oh, 10 or so episodes ago, I suppose. That's 16, that's 32. Wow, that's not quite what I had in mind. Okay. Should be enough there. Right, so let's grab one of those out the way, place it there, because that's out of the way. And then well, there's a magnet from Actual Editions. I'm just not altogether certain what it entails to make it. Probably quite expensive knowing Actual Editions. All of its most useful things, you know, would require multiple blocks of empowered emeradic crystals and stuff like that. But we'll see, no doubt. I have no doubt in my mind that we will see, because I'm going to try making it eventually. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. I suppose we did that and that. I don't have the right block. What are those then? Oh well. Probably means it's because it only sees it as a different sort of block. I don't know. No, now it won't see that either, so... Partly annoying. Right, I really want to... How many have we got left? 8. So we'll do the ones in here. Or some of the ones in here. Gives me what? I've got loads to do. But I don't want to use all of my glowstone up to making these. I don't need to carry that one around with me. Okie dokie. How do we go from here, eh? Well, those we can put into there. Turn back into spruce slabs. And those we just dump into there. Right then, what we need to do next is get the XNet stuff programmed into the system, because that's what I'm going to work on next. And because I've got auto crafting, quite a lot of it, not doing so well on patterns, but because I've got auto crafting, I'm going to be quicker at doing it than perhaps I would have been before. We will do that one as our recipe for sticks. Now I must admit, when I first put this system in, I used Craft Tweaker to change these recipes, particularly this recipe. I think it's, you've got a controller, why would you want a repeater, comparator, repeater? So what I did was I changed the controller so that this would be cable, connector, cable, and then on the router, which I'm not going to use yet, probably for quite a while, I did the same but with the other bits. Network cable and network connector. Root, or what do they call it? Routing connector. Okay, so that's yeah, I haven't made that one yet. Okie dokie. So I only actually need to make one of those to start with anyway, so it's not a grossly expensive thing. And then a blue connector. And we'll also need to make a recipe for a chest, which we'll also do with logs. Right, let's make some speed upgrades. Well, we'll try. We're going to make 16 of them. No, we don't. We want more than that. Let's make 32. Or we'll try and make 32. We do not have enough glass left. Right. Let's make some glass then. Right, glass. I'm just going to mute my microphone while I eat some more raisins. Of course, I run out of power at this point because it's dark and all my power's coming from the roof, which isn't a great idea. Well, that's something else I need to add to my crafting system. But that's a fact. Have we got? I've only got 5 of those left. Grab some patterns then. Which also needs glass. Here's some. Here's some I cooked up earlier. Yeah. No, not that one. That one. Okay, so next we want to look at EnderIO. Oh, we'll start with it simple, but we need clear glass, which means we need enriched sand. Just try to think if you can make it, if you auto export that into your furnace. Anyway, I've got plenty of that stuff at the moment. Alright, so that one, then that one. Now here's the issue. I don't want to make one for each. What have I used on the roof? I think I've used hardened stone on the roof, haven't I? Have we got? Oh, we've got some left over. So what do we use? Hardened stone? Yes. So we'll just make the hardened. We'll just, yeah, put the hardened stone recipe into it. We also need that one, which is modifier core. We've got the structure, and we've done that one. So the only thing, other one we need then is that one. Yes. Well, actually, that's the beauty of storing them like that. Yeah, because of these compression things, yeah, I've got them stored like that already. So I don't actually need to tell it how to craft them, because it will just pull them out of the system as pre-crafted sort of thing. The issue I'm going to have, I think, is probably I'm going to run out of. I've only got 2 more spaces for storing. How are we getting on over here? Lots of glass. Right, let's pop that to one side. Oh, the arm's sore, but I think it's just stiff because I've been playing Minecraft too much. Don't think it's actually a heart issue. Okie dokie. Well, if I suddenly keel over dead, you'll know why, basically. Well, I won't miss me, even if anyone else does. What was I going to make? Please tell me what I was going to make. Oh. That's annoying, that. Right. Oh. I think I've broken it. No, we haven't. Oh, speed, that's what we're after. Will it let me craft 32 of them now? Yes. We also want to do, as a matter of urgency, well, alright, maybe not a matter of urgency, we want a crafting monitor though, so it's one of those. I think that means that it's made 2, and the slow point is the made 3. The slow point is the solderer downstairs, which I will go and improve speed-wise as soon as I get another one. There we go. Yeah, I've got to do something about that vertical accessibility of this system. There we go. I wish that improved the speed better, if you see what I mean. It does seem to be. It does a good job, but I wish I did a better job, if you see what I mean. Right, so basically what I want is 5 times 4, which is what, 20? 4 5s, yeah, 20 for those. And I also want another 4 for up here, for those. And I want some for the chest, which I haven't actually got in yet, so that's not a huge issue. Right, let's have a look at XNet stuff. I want one of those. Can we get one of those? Yep, we get one of those. I want 16 of those. Oh, I probably need more than that. I need 8 for the things down. 9 plus 5. That's what, 14, 15 for the actual controller. Oh yeah, let's just see if we make 20. And hope the whole thing doesn't fall to pieces once I get it going. You can't make one of those, you've got to make them in 16, so let's just make 64, that's 2 stacks, isn't it? Sorry, that's 64 is for crafting operations, is what I was trying to say. Okay, so let's get a pickaxe. No, pickaxe. Pickaxe, where are you, pickaxe? There we go. 1 pickaxe. Well, what I'm going to do first of all is this. I'm going to make the doorway into this area here. Yep. Might as well be a tall one, it doesn't matter really, does it? It's as good being low as it is being high. I'm not doing... Well, this is going to be reduced to a single rank. It's like that because that's the best way of using lasers with it. But in a minute, soon, I'm going to change it so that the... I don't know what these are doing, to be honest, because the thing that was providing this with lava in the nether, it no longer exists. I have removed the mod, so it's a bit sort of suspect as how it's working. But I'm not going to rock the boat now. I'm just going to get on and bail, I think. Yeah, so I can get up and down quite easily. That's all right. Right, let's do this bit first then. Don't think these retain their contents, which is annoying, which is why I'm not replacing the bottom layer. I'm only going to do the top layer for now. They're all full. That's full. Everything's full. Right, so we take all this lot out of here. Now, the last time I did this, I placed the controller here, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another one of these anyway. I'm going to place these here. So I want the controller somewhere else. I'm not altogether certain where yet though. Right, so that's picked all of those up. Oh, it's probably dark outside, which is why they're not charging now. Right, so we've got one for there. I think I'm going to put the controller over here. Makes the most sense there. Yeah. Ah, and it didn't crash. Hurrah! Okay, it's not perfect. Oh, I didn't know it would do that. I suppose it's obvious that it would do that. I hadn't thought about it. Yeah, it's not perfect. The bad side is this will not transmit power to itself, even though these things have got power in them, until this has got power. At which point it will do it. So we have a way around that, obviously, but it's not annoying. It's just sort of seems like an oversight. Yeah, this has now got power. Or should have power. It can now see that. It can see the whole system, obviously. And I can't sort of say, yeah, no, remove this from the system. That, on the other hand, is really nice. Having a problem with a block, I don't know where it is. Or I'll double click it and it will appear. So anyway, we basically want an input channel first. So we do XNet energy create. I would just call this energy in. You don't need to give it a name, but it makes it easier to remember what's doing things. Right, so this is going to get power out of the energy in. So we insert it there. But all the rest of these red ones are going to get exports. So another thing that would be nice if there was a way of doing it. Rather than having to click each one individually, you can just sort of right-click them with a tool. I mean, you might be able to be fair. I haven't found the tool if such a thing does exist. And there's no wireless. I'm not certain if there never will be a wireless. It's something that's mentioned on the you know, the list, the patch notes, not features list of the mod. There's no wireless. Now, whether that means that there's no wireless but it's planned, or whether there's no wireless and it's not planned, I don't know. To be honest, if there was wireless, it would probably be pretty much perfect mod for me. As it is, I'm having to use a different mod for the wireless, which isn't a bad thing, but yeah. Right, so they then all produce power, and that now is not linked to anything. So what we want to do is break that one and put another link there. Okay, and now we go. If we go into there now, we can see that we've got another controller, and we'll put that one onto input. So inserts to there, and that now comes on. Now, these, as I say, I'm going to move these to over here somewhere. I think there. Or no, maybe there. That looks better, doesn't it? Let me access upstairs, because I'm stupid. Got to find a better way of doing that. Got to find a better way of doing it, because it's stupid like that. Just does not work properly. Axe there will do nicely. I'm well over the hour mark. I'm literally gonna stop and start like I do sometimes. That is the end of episode 32. I will be back with 33 in 10 seconds or so. Until that point, cheerio.